So hey guys, it's KMC whatever. I'm Kirsten and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about 8 things that I have learned about losing a pet and the grief process that it comes with. So first thing I wanted to say is pet loss teaches us that grief is a profound testament of our unconditional love and joy that we had. It is also understanding that grief is not a flaw, but it is a deep, lasting connection that you had, and understanding that sadness, it's okay to feel the sadness fully before eventually looking at the happy memories that will come in the future. So now let's talk about it. Number 1, your grief is valid. Doesn't matter how you are feeling, your grief is valid. You could be sad and really upset. You could be just completely normal. Like, everybody grieves in their own different way. And don't let anybody else minimize how you are feeling. I know, like, when it came to my own, I felt the most comfort in making a bunch of TikToks and posting one every week about him and posting about my feelings online. I did all that because a lot of times we are taught to just not express any of these emotions, don't feel them, don't let people know about them. And I just want other people to just know, like, I'm struggling. Hey, I'm really struggling with this. It's not as easy as just moving on. A lot of people just want you to move on, and if they don't understand what you are going through, they're literally going to think just move on. They're gonna try to minimize how you are feeling, and don't let that happen. Grief is your own journey. Number 2, pain is the price of love. Intense sorrow for losing such a deep bond that you had with a pet, and understanding that pain is totally worth the joy. They give you the joy of their life, and this pain that you are feeling is very temporary. Okay, temporary as in it could take years, it could take months, it could take days, it could take hours. Temporary, that this pain will eventually subside less and less as time goes on. It's not going to be completely gone forever. Like, I still have moments where I'm crying about something dumb, and then other times I'm completely fine, and I have to learn that that's okay. The third thing, that take your time. Grief is a journey. Grief comes in waves. Grief does not have a right way and a wrong way of doing it. There's not a timeline. Like, take your time. There is literally no timeline to grief. And I have also learned that worked at a job when I lost my first dog, where I had to go in that same exact day I lost my dog. And I did nothing but cry the whole entire time. I couldn't focus on the job. It doesn't help the job because I'm not doing a great job at it. In fact, I could lose my job because I'm not doing a good job. So, like, it's definitely, like, take your time and take off time if you need to take off time. Don't let anybody say that you shouldn't do that and that's dumb or whatever, because everybody grieves again differently at a different pace. Number 4, go get a new dog. I'm just gonna preface this by saying never ever say this to somebody that has lost a pet. This is probably one of the worst things that you could say to somebody, is just get a replacement. Go get a new dog. I'm gonna just be the one to say that it is not going to replace the dog that you had lost. Their personalities are gonna be completely different dogs. Like, my grieving was more like, I loved how Moose's personality was. He was a super easy dog, super loving, and I loved his funny personality. And I was scared that if I got a new dog, that wasn't gonna be the case in the new one. And to be honest, that is true. My new dog is not the same dog as the dog I lost, and there are things that I just miss about my old dog so much, and I had to learn that I needed to accept that was not going to be something that I was easily going to be able to find in a new dog. That's again on the same line of people just diminishing how you are feeling because they think having a dog is the problem. And in reality, what you are grieving is probably the personality of that dog, how that dog's little quirks, their likes, their dislikes, even just some can be your life with that dog. You miss being able to go to the lake with that dog, or, go on a walk every night with that dog, and you miss the little things. It's not always about just having a dog. A dog is one thing, but you're just understanding you're not going to be replacing your dog, even if you get a new dog, because I've been on both sides. When I lost my first dog, very unexpectedly, I needed a dog immediately. I looked at animal shelters and I adopted my next dog within 3 or 4 days after losing my first dog. And I do say that it did help. She did help me through a really hard time with that. But then I've also been on the side of, we lost Moose, and he was my soul dog, as I will refer him to forever and always. He's my soul dog. But when I lost him, I couldn't imagine getting another dog right away. I did not feel that way, and I didn't get another dog until 10 months later, and even so, it wasn't even truly, honestly, 100% my decision. It was my husband actually wanting a new dog, and I was on the fence about it for a really long time. And I will say, having my new dog, Moon, has really helped me in my healing journey, but it's not been foolproof. There are still things that this dog does not have that my other dog did have, which again, it goes back to you're not replacing a dog kind of thing. 5, don't let the badness outweigh the good. So honor your pet by talking about good memories and maybe some lessons that they had taught you, instead of sitting in the sadness. So for me, I know some people don't like to look at photos, don't like to watch videos, and for me, I dwelled in that. I love looking at photos, I love looking at videos. I found that was the most comforting because I could remember the little things and try to forget all of this bad that had been leading up to him being put down. But I do find that the photos I took during the hard time is hard to still look at. I don't share that with anybody because the pain and the hurt that the dog must have been in is hard to look at, and it breaks my freaking heart to even look at. But I did find comfort in sharing those good things, which, like I said, I did post TikToks. I did post about my feelings, but my TikToks were about things that either I was struggling with or things I wanted to remember. And I did that for a year, and there's no right or wrong with doing it. I held off on telling the story for a year. I wanted to make sure I was going to be good before I even jumped into anything else. But it's okay that those good things could also make you sad, because that's true too. So number 7 is self-care is necessary. Grieving is exhausting physically and emotionally and mentally. So be patient with yourself and be gentle with how you are feeling. I know, getting in the shower, I found sometimes that was a hard thing to do, and other times I needed to go in the shower and just cry, and that helped, and that was therapeutic. And it was just allow yourself to feel those feelings without having to justify to other people how you were feeling. Like I said, I posted on TikTok, I posted on Facebook, I posted what I was truly going through because I didn't want to keep it all in. And honestly, I normally would keep it all in. But I didn't want to do that with this because he truly was my soul dog, if that makes sense. I guess understanding that you are losing your whole world sometimes. For us, our dogs are our pets. Those are our kids. And so understanding that I did lose not just a dog, I also lost a routine. I lost little annual things that we would do, like take the dogs to the hockey game. I lost that opportunity to take him. And it was just little things like that that really I was just really grieving about. It wasn't necessarily always because I lost a dog. It was other things that were changing in the life that I used to have that I loved. Your daily routines and things that you do can still honor your pet. And number 8 is that their purpose in their life was fulfilled when they had passed away. If they passed away naturally, great. If they passed away from your choice, I struggled a lot with feeling guilty that I made it too soon, I made it too late, I didn't do everything I possibly could, and I had to accept that I had made that decision. And I would make that decision over and over again, but it is a hard decision to make. It took me a while to realize that he was done fighting. I did what I could for him, and he was just done fighting. He fulfilled the purpose in his life of why he came into my life. I got him when I was in a really dark spot in life, and he really did bring me out of that spot. And so his purpose in my life was to bring me my happiness, my joy, my light back to my life. He has taught in me things that I didn't learn until he was gone too. But his purpose in life was fulfilled. The things that he was supposed to do was done. And that took me a little bit to get to. Again, all of these things took time for me to get used to and to realize and accept. And these are just some of the things that I've learned over the last year and a half of grieving him. I will say he was my soul dog, and I miss him every freaking day of my life. But I do have a new dog, Moon Pie, who has really helped me feel like I have a sense of purpose again. He keeps me entertained. I have to train a new puppy. That's in itself. And my other dog, Panda, she also was doing her grieving, and we were really, really lucky with her. That's everything that I learned. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Happy heavenly birthday to Moose. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that bell notification so you're notified when we post every single Wednesday and occasionally on Fridays when we feel like it. This is KMC whatever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.